And I even remember my friend one day, we were waiting to go into class and she was like, I just quit my job yesterday and I got an email from a dance agent that they wanted to interview with me.
I can see you on me too. I know that's why the eyes they've been talking about the way I do and I do. I was there like you see.
Hey guys, welcome back to Rhythm Revelations, where we do the hard work and sift through all the hour-long interviews to find the little golden gems from all expert choreographers, dancers, artists, performers, and entertainers in the entertainment industry today. So if you're a dancer of any level who's been struggling with mindset recently, this video is definitely for you because we are diving deep into that topic today. Before we start, I just want to let y'all know that I do have a membership group with exclusive tips and tricks and advice to guide you through your dance journey. We are building an awesome supportive community on there. It's only $5 to join, so why not? I also have private coaching calls that you can book with me if you're looking for a more personalized session to help and give you really personalized, individualized advice to get you where you want to be. And also be on the lookout, I do have a beginner dancer course coming up soon that is meant to teach you all of the basics that you need to know before you walk into a dance class so that you have more confidence and your chin is held high when you walk into that class for the first time. You can find all of those links below, as well as my TikTok, Instagram, and email if you really want to stay up to date on all the new things happening in the dance industry, as well as if you have any questions for me. We have a new episode of Rhythm Revelations coming out every single Sunday with new tips, tricks, guidance, advice from 3 new expert choreographers every single week. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep working towards your dance goals and actually achieve those goals. Today's 3 choreographers are Brian Friedman, Fullout Cortland, and Josh Smith. Brian Friedman is most famously known for his dancing and choreography for Britney Spears and many more. Fullout Cortland has choreographed for Doja Cat, SZA, Coco Jones, and many more as well. And Josh Smith, being another expert in the industry, is most famously known for his dancing and current choreography for Chris Brown. If you don't know these 3 choreographers, you definitely should, and you definitely want to listen to what they have to say, so let's get into it. First, we're going to start off with Brian Friedman of Having to Let Go in Order to Receive. Watch this clip.
That was probably one of the most stressful times I've ever gone through. The first job that I got after I had opened up my studio was for Prince. I auditioned for a video for Prince, a music video for 2 of my idol choreographers, Tina Landon and Jamie King. And it was the first time that I had ever worked for him. I was mesmerized by him, scared of him, inspired, intimidated, everything. And then the job happened for Maite, which we found out was to be a dance company. It was called the MPG Dance Company, New Power Generation. So we were going to do our own huge tour. And we had to move to Chanhassen for rehearsals, and that took me away from my studio. I would book tours and I would be gone for 3 months. And then I would come back to the studio and the kids would hate me. The hardest thing I ever did was closing that studio. My mom didn't want to own it and run it alone. It was just too much of a task for her. So we finally made that call and we closed our doors, and that was the moment where I could really live my life and not have anything sort of holding me back.
So Brian Friedman brings in an interesting factor of the topic of mindset. And I think we all as human beings, sometimes we want our cake and we want to eat it too. We want everything at once, but sometimes you have to let go of one thing in order to receive the other and make room and time for the other. Being a professional dancer takes up a lot of time, a lot of your energy, and it's definitely complicated. A lot of the times you're traveling a lot, so you don't really have much time for other big commitments in your life. And when you're on a job, you really want all of your energy and focus to be on that so you can do your job and get booked again. I think sometimes as dancers, we all try to formulate this crazy descriptive path in our head of what we see ourselves going through and the journey that we're going on. And sometimes the universe just has completely other plans for us. So I think if you're finding yourself in a situation where you really want to pursue this thing and you want to take your dancing to the next level, whether it be from beginner to intermediate or intermediate to pre-professional or pre-professional to professional, and you don't see it working out, you might want to go back and think, okay, what unnecessary things are taking up the energy that I could be putting toward my dance career? And I even remember my friend one day, we were waiting to go into class, and she was like, I just quit my job yesterday, and I got an email from a dance agent that they wanted to interview with me. And I told her, I was like, the universe was just waiting. Like that thing was already yours, but the universe was just waiting for you to let go of your past. I see so many people, like, you know, low-key go through breakups on Instagram or whatever, you know, you could tell on social media, and then they're thriving, like booking. So this could be a relationship, a job, a place, a thing, toxic thoughts. You really want to sit down and think, what is taking up too much space in my life that there's not enough room for this new blessing to come in? Because here's the thing, if you had everything at once, you'd probably be too stressed. As Brian Friedman states, it was too stressful to run a whole dance studio and be a professional dancer at the same time. And he wouldn't have been able to do both jobs incredibly, which he has the ability to do, but it's just not realistic. So you have to have priorities, and really it might be hard, like weighing something over the other, but if this is your dream and you only have this one life, and being a professional dancer or any type of dancer at any level is your dream, there has to be a point where you decide to put that first and put yourself first. So next we have Fullout Cortland with the importance of having faith in your purpose and in your talent, even during the tough times. Watch this clip.
So,
But you knew that you were here for a purpose, right?
and all of that connected me to where I am now. So the person that connected me to start choreographing for Doja Cat about 2.5 years ago, I met her when I was homeless, still trying to take dance classes.
Wow.
And that just all caught up to me because that was a genuine relationship. And when she saw that I had moved back home to Miami, she thought I was in Miami. And the first video that Doja shot looking for a choreographer was in Miami. So when she heard her friend looking for a choreographer in Miami, I was one of the first people that came to her brain.
Wow.
And because of all the dance videos and stuff and the content that I created on social media, when she sent her my profile, I was the choreographer that she liked the most. They had all the top Miami choreographers and all the choreographers down in South Florida that get booked on everything on a piece of paper. They looked at all their profiles, but because of the content that I was putting together, they resonated with me a lot more. So that's how that started.
That's beautiful.
Everything connected perfectly.
So watching this interview truly resonated with me during this time because I just moved to Los Angeles and it's a struggle. This is my first time, moving out, paying rent, paying all the things, keeping myself alive. And it's scary. It's absolutely scary. And being a dancer is very wishy-washy with money and jobs, especially if your career isn't built up yet and you're newer to the industry. You might have a check one week, you might not have a check the next week. That's why I definitely encourage you to get some side hustles going. A lot of dancers have a lot of side hustles, but it's scary to think that you might hit rock bottom one day. And someone as successful as Fullout Cortland, not having a place to stay and not having a roof over his head is crazy to me. But it really gives me comfort, and I hope it gives you comfort too, to show you that even the most successful people in the world were probably at a point in their lives where they had nowhere to go. But they used faith, strength, courage, and resilience to build themselves back up and even further up to where they belong, to achieve what they truly deserve. Because I think a lot of people, when they start getting in this lack mindset of, oh, I'm broke, oh, I'm this, I'm that, it's hard to have faith in your purpose and to keep wanting to train and to keep wanting to pursue this thing. A lot of people are like, let me just go to 9 to 5, it's easier. I feel more secure that way, I feel more comfortable that way. But having faith in your purpose will carry you to the top, I promise you. There's a lot of times in this industry, in this career, where it's very easy just to have a lack mindset and to have no faith and to have no hope. But let me tell you, you need faith and hope if you're gonna pursue dance. And the thing is not to just have it during the times where you're doing great and where you're booked on a job and where you're making money and where people are starting to connect with you and you're starting to grow within the community. It's the times where You see nothing coming your way. You missed out on this audition. You've been doing 5 million self-tapes. You have no idea how you're going to pay your rent. You have no idea how you're going to stay alive. You have no idea how you're going to train and get better and keep making connections with people. You just have no sense of light. You have to make that light on your own. And it's such a powerful, powerful skill to have in terms of mindset. It's such a needed, it's a necessity. Not even just powerful, it's an essential, or else you're not going to make it. He went from being homeless to, in a few months time span, choreographing for Doja Cat. And then he put his energy into that. He focused, he let go of his past, and he focused on the now. And if you have the strength to keep going and to keep working, even if you're sleeping on your friend's couch, even if you're eating ramen noodles every single night, even if you're only able to take 1 class a week, if you have the strength, the discipline, and the creativity to make things happen and to keep going about your career as if you're living a life, and you're able to take 100 classes a week, and you're booking every single audition you do, and you're getting a ton of self-tapes, even though that's not the reality, you will eventually make it to where you're supposed to make it. You just have to keep reminding yourself that you're protected no matter what. And as long as you're protected, you have the ability to keep working and to keep believing and keep putting in the work no matter what your circumstances. Lastly, we have Josh Smith with taking action towards longevity instead of quick fixes. Watch this clip.
You earned it. A lot of people earn this seat, but do they get to stay here? Longevity is a thing for me. I don't want to be, I'm young. I'm still 28.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I said 28. I'm 27. I want to be 28.
Just lies here.
Just lies here. But I'm 27, and I think that I know I have a long way to go. You know, people who I do look up to is Rich and Tones and Fatima's and Jamaica and Hi-Hat. These are people who have longevity. These are people who, their generation, another generation, and generation after that, they're still here. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I want. So I don't live for the now all the time, which I should do more. But I'm more so like, I want my name to be great for years to come. So...
But I think this is a very, very, very important tip to recognize and get in your brain now, especially during this time. I think with social media, with TikTok, Instagram, even YouTube, people can rise to fame very, very quickly. But if you notice the people who have these quick fixes or even like quick money schemes and making money fast and getting rich quick schemes, that might be a thing, but that ain't lasting. I promise you it's not going to last at all. Those people are the ones that crash faster, because the faster you rise, the faster you will crash. What comes up must come down. If you're not building a solid base, which takes work and time, if you're not building that solid base, it's just all going to crumble down very quickly. And it's just so, so important. I'm so glad I watched this clip, and I'm so glad you're seeing this clip too, because in the dance industry, when a lot of people come in and are new to the industry and they see all these people doing these cool dance jobs, and I get it, like, you're just really passionate about it. You're like, I know I'm meant to be up there and I can picture myself. I know I have the ability. I know I have talent. I know I have the discipline and the work ethic and the creativity. I know I have it all to be up there, but it's just not happening right now. You gotta be patient. Trust the process. Trust that it's all for a reason. You're going through the process so that once you're up here, once you are up here, you can have this solid base to fall back on if you need. But if you don't have that solid base, you're just gonna have to start from the beginning all over again. And then that was just all wasted time. So whenever you're doing things, instead of having the mindset of how can I quickly make a connection with this teacher? How can I quickly start getting called out in class? How can I quickly start booking jobs? Quick shouldn't even be a word in your vocabulary. Or maybe, honestly, you should be switching the word quickly with the word correctly and intentionally. Because if you don't do something correctly, it's not gonna last. You want a long career. You want this booking, then a few weeks later you want this booking, and I'm sure most people want to dance till they're like 45. So when you're training, when you're networking, when you're branding yourself, everything should be towards longevity. So stop trying to do these little get their quick schemes, because it's probably not going to work. It's either not going to get you there in the first place, or it's going to get you there and it's going to get you out of there just as fast as you went in there. Be intentional and really put in the work every single day, no matter how long it takes. Because the longer it takes for you to get there, the longer it's probably going to last. So that is it for today. Thank you guys for joining me for another episode of Rhythm Revelations, where we do the work to get you guys the knowledge and the education right at the tips of your fingers. I know being a dancer can be very time consuming, so I want to help you guys out as much as I can by offering these quick little episodes that you can watch easily every single week before you go to bed, while you're getting ready, to just keep up your knowledge and to remind yourself that you're putting in the work. Because those of you who stayed till the end of this video, congratulations, because you're putting in the work and you should be proud of yourself. Don't forget to check out the link below with my membership group, coaching calls, and social media handles so we can all stay connected, keep growing and learning. And don't forget to subscribe so you can come back next week and keep working. I'll see you guys in a week. Bye, guys.